When you sit down to watch a movie, you sign an unwritten contract with the director. You agree to believe what they show you. If a character walks into a room, you believe the room exists. If they talk to a friend, you assume that friend is real. But cinema's most dangerous weapon is the unreliable narrator. A character whose perception of reality is fractured, diseased, or actively lying to you. Today, we aren't just looking at the twist endings. We are launching a visual forensic investigation into how these directors weaponized psychology and camera geometry to trick your brain, hiding the ultimate truth in plain sight. Let's look at Martin Scorsese's Shutter Island. On a first watch, you think Teddy Daniels is a U.S. Marshal investigating a missing patient. But Scorsese is secretly leaving digital breadcrumbs everywhere to tell you Teddy is actually a patient himself. Look closer at this interrogation scene. Notice anything strange? The patient drinks from an invisible glass but sets down a physical one. This isn't a continuity error. It's Scorsese visualizing Teddy's psychological trauma. Teddy's mind literally deletes the water because his subconscious is terrified of it. It's the element associated with the death of his children. Scorsese sets up a brilliant 2D psychological grid. Every time Teddy is experiencing a delusion, water is present. Every time he is forced to face the harsh reality of his actions, fire is present. A match, lighting in a dark cave, a burning house. The director is mapping the protagonist's fractured psyche directly onto the color palette of the film. Your eyes saw it, but your brain ignored it. In David Fincher's Fight Club, the trick isn't chemical trauma. It's a split personality. Long before the basement fights start, Fincher uses framing geometry to tell you Tyler Durden isn't real. In cinema, when two characters have a conversation, directors usually use a dirty over-the-shoulder shot, meaning you see a piece of character A's shoulder while looking at character B. This grounds them in the same physical space. But watch Fincher's framing. Whenever Tyler Durden speaks, he is framed in total isolation. The camera almost never captures a dirty frame over the narrator's shoulder. Why? Because you cannot look over the shoulder of a man who doesn't exist. Furthermore, whenever they enter a building or pay for a service, only one of them ever interacts with the real world. Tyler is a ghost in the frame, a projection. Fincher forces you to look at two people, but the camera geometry is only ever accounting for one. While Shutter Island uses trauma, and Fight Club uses dissociation. Mary Harron's American Psycho introduces the most terrifying, unreliable narrator, the narcissist. Patrick Bateman isn't just tricking the audience, he is actively curating a performance for himself. Harron constantly places Bateman in front of mirrors or reflective surfaces. In psychology, the mirror represents the ego. Bateman's entire reality is a projection of how he wants to be seen, as a wealthy, untouchable apex predator, because Bateman is our only window into this world. His escalating madness causes the film's reality to warp. The police cars explode too easily from a single gunshot. The apartment hallways turn into an endless, surreal labyrinth during a chase. We aren't watching reality, we are watching Bateman's over-dramatized, cinematic fantasy of his own life. The movie transitions from a cold satire into a surrealist nightmare because the narrator's ego is completely breaking down. So, why does this trick work every single time? Why do millions of viewers miss these glaring visual clues on a first watch? Your brain is wired to follow the emotional core of a story. Directors exploit this by making you care about the narrator's struggle. You want Teddy to find the missing patient. You want the narrator to escape his corporate boredom.
Thank you.
By locking your empathy onto the main character, Hollywood successfully blinds you to the geometry of the frame, the color palettes, and the physical laws breaking right before your eyes. In the end, the unreliable narrator doesn't actually trick you. You trick yourself, because a part of us always prefers a beautiful lie over a devastating truth.